Boom. Sophie Turner as Lara Croft. Lara Croft as the character we know as just a PS1 character with square chess. Let's put it that way. They did update it. They did change some things, but now they came out some pictures of Sophie Turner in the Lara Croft costume. I think she looks great. She looks pretty accurate. They did a good job. Now, I do want to bring up some other things about what they've done so far when it comes to live action Tomb Raider and the character Lara Croft and what actor portrayed Lara Croft in the past. Someone already did the idea of making it more accurate to the game. Okay, sure. Lara Croft has been around for a long time. If anything, video games. I brought up before when it came to anime live action adaptation. Now it's video game live action adaptations, and the closest one I would say, other than Lara Croft, like associated to her, would be something like Uncharted. Uncharted recently did a movie with Tom Holland, didn't do that well, and then same thing with another Lara Croft, which was before. Let's go to that one real quick. We have all actresses that portrayed Lara Croft, in the right sense, different eras of time and different ideas of what they wanted Lara Croft to be when it came to certain movies. Let's just watch this trailer real quick.
What's your name?
Lara.
Ads? No.
Surname?
Croft.
Now, this one was based off the recent kind of reboot they did themselves in the video games, where Lara Croft was kind of, in the sense, stuck on an island, and my brother did buy me a couple of those games so I could try out. It makes sense, especially with Lara Croft, the series coming out. I should definitely play the game. That's the goal, just to kind of get more sense of the series in general. I used to play the games when I was a kid, and it's been a long time, so I don't remember exactly what they were about, other than kind of supernatural and a lot of solving some puzzles to get to the next thing. At least that's what I'm kind of remembering, kind of guessing. But yeah, back to this one.
Lara, your father's gone. You can pick up where he left off. I see so much of him in you. Brilliant.
Hello.
Again, this is where they do this whole thing where there's little puzzles, little things that like get Lara Croft to the next kind of thing, and it's always a mystery when it comes to each one of these movies. It's very close, very close to like Indiana Jones kind of a thing.
Sprout. If you're listening to this, then I must be dead. I found something, a tomb called the Mother of Death. If Trinity succeeds, I'll...
Okay, this is what I did forget. So there was a whole organization called Trinity. I don't remember if it's in the other movies as well, which we're going to get to in a second, or if it's in the games. It's like I said, it's been so long since I've seen or played these games that I just don't know. This is the realm of me close to not playing the games. Maybe I should watch the show in general just to see what it is, because the only take I've got from Lara Croft and Tomb Raider is from the movies. That's really it, because I haven't played the games in so long.
The world is in danger. Promise me you will stop them.
I promise. I think I know where my dad went.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
It will be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
Now, what I remember of this movie is that it took itself very seriously. And I think that's what I wish it was more like the previous adaptation with Angelina Jolie, which we'll show the trailer on that one, kind of see the difference between this tone and that tone and what they were trying to do for both of these movies. I did like what they did aesthetically with this film. I do remember kind of the whole thing of it. It's been a minute, but they did some good things here and there. But there was maybe one thing that I did not like that made me just kind of not want to watch the movie again. I was like, I'm good. It was all right, but that was kind of it. But yeah, let's see here. Let's see.
shouldn't have come here. But I'm glad that you did.
Walton Goggins. Walton Goggins is awesome. I love that dude. He and everything he's in, he's been amazing. He's another actor where I would say that, good or bad, I just enjoy this dude just as an actor, you know.
What do you know about my father?
Now I see the likeness, the recklessness. Close the tomb once and for all. The fate of humanity is now in your hands.
See, already, like, I do remember that in Tomb Raiders, that a lot of traps. It's the traps that you had to try to avoid. And if anything, this was the game, what I remember, is that kind of made me understand that every game has its own repetition of certain things it did. And so I was always like, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. And then it was just like a lot of things like that. I think this was the game that really did teach me that, as much as I don't remember that much of it.
Can't be too careful these days. The world has got...
I forgot Nick Frost was in this movie. I 100% forgot Nick Frost is in this movie. But again, I'm pretty sure he's at the beginning, he's at the end, and that's it.
I'm bloody mad.
I'll take 2.
Oh, that's the end of the film. I just remember that's the end of the film, where they kind of set up that it's that aesthetic that we all been wanting of Lara Croft, but it's not going to be in this film.
The world has gone bloody mad.
That right there. That the 2 guns that everyone's like, give me the 2 guns, Lara Croft. You'll get her in the next movie, which they didn't do. But yeah, what could have been. Now we're gonna get to my bread and butter, which I remember these films. Keep in mind, oh, you know what? I didn't say this part. If people didn't realize, in the Lara Croft films, you have 2 actors that are really well known now that were not known that much back then. You had Gerard Butler, which it's just like, what is he doing in these films? And then you have Daniel Craig is in another one of these films. Before I hit play, I know it's Daniel Craig and Gerard Butler. I think Gerard Butler's in the second film and Daniel Craig's in the first film. So it's like a James Bond kind of situation where she has her Bond girl, which is Daniel Craig in this one, and then the next one she has Gerard Butler. But I can't remember who is the bad guy. No idea. But what I do remember is that this trailer is from the 90s. Now, I have an argument here when it comes to 90s film trailers. They had a movie guy. Who is this movie guy you're talking about? It's the movie guy voice. The guy who amps up the movie for you. When he talks to you about, like, in a world, this summer, one man finds a machine that takes him to a brand new world. In this world. And he explains everything. Pretty much. Like, you could say, oh, it's too much spoon feeding. I don't need this. Just show me the trailer without this voice. But honestly, sometimes the trailer shows too much. You maybe just need a guy to say, this is what the movie's about. It sounds epic. Trust me, it sounds amazing. Go see this movie. You see that a lot already in YouTube. But yeah, let's listen to this trailer. Maybe the voice is bad. Maybe it's good. Let's find out.
We are running out of time. And if we fail, we must wait another 5,000 years.
Well, I don't know about you, but that's more time than I'm prepared to commit to this enterprise.
Already extremely 90s. Just the music alone says 90s. And then also that weird spin right there. Oh, 2001.
This summer, the planets will align.
It was the Illuminati who swore to bring their ancestors back to life.
Time will stand still.
Already. So he's explained the plot. I don't know, I'm being very nostalgic right now when it comes to the movie voice. Like, I'm just like, ooh, he's telling me what's going on. Sorry.
Have you ever heard of the Clock of Ages?
It gives its possessor power of the light.
And the fate of mankind
Eternal hell revives!
will rest in the hands of one.
Don't start.
You're quite an authority on things ancient and mythological.
That's why I travel.
I forgot she has an accent in this film, I think. I think that's what's going on here. I can't remember. It's been a minute. I'm gonna do that real quick so I don't stare at blinding light other than that one right there. But yeah, no, it's the game. I'm surprised a game like back then you had Mario Brothers that was just so ridiculous what they made, and then you have this, which I think it might be more accurate to what the games were.
It's an ancient clock. It was hidden in a secret room. It glows, but it's getting brighter, like it's counting down to something.
You can build, destroy, move back and forth through time. The future is yours now, Lara. You're the only one with the strength to destroy the power of the light. We can be partners.
You might try to kill.
Okay, there's a lot of techno going on. This is another thing that happened. What pops in my brain right now is Batman Beyond, which that was just Static X going crazy when it comes to that. It's not telling me a whole lot right now. It's just like let's just go see this movie. So far, honestly, I think the other one might be a little superior. But of course, you know, we're talking about like updated technology and updated ideas when it comes to editing trailers.
I'm not gonna kill you.
I said you'd try.
Time to save the universe again then, is it?
Absolutely.
Very cliche. My cup of tea. Pretty ridiculous. 90s editing like crazy right here. But yeah, it's still ridiculous, and I'm still smiling watching this.
On June 15th, the biggest adventure of the summer begins. Angelina Jolie is Lara Croft.
This is where I start to have fun.
Now, here are we. What movie made Angelina Jolie's career? What movie? I think Albert, if he was here, he would say Gone in 60 Seconds. I think he would just say that. But that's mostly because he's in love with Nicolas Cage. But also, Gone in 60 Seconds, fun movie. Again, movies that are fun. I think a lot of movies now, when you look at them, people will be like, that movie was okay, and they just don't look at it anymore. There's a lot of movies in the early 2000s and 90s where even though they were just okay, they were fun. I feel like a lot of movies now, when they're okay, they're just like, eh. But yeah, that could be due to writing and casting and a lot of other stuff. Let's keep that in mind. It's not just one certain thing. It's a lot of things.
Tomb Raider.
Okay, so Tomb Raider. Here's another one where it was Angelina Jolie, you know, a lot of flashy fighting. You know, up right there when she was on the rope running around, it was very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of situation, which that was taking a leap also where, you know, Asian culture was influencing America cinema. So I think it's a whole thing where it's very different tonally when it comes to Angelina Jolie's and the recent one, and then now the new one's going to be a whole different thing. It's on its own. I think what they need to do, at least for me, to get me to watch this, is make it very supernatural, make it mystical, make it fun. You know, a lot of traps, a lot of puzzles, something that could kind of get the audience to kind of think like, what is that? And then once you give us the clue, it's just a lot to take in. A good example with any of these films, or something that I believe is probably better than your Uncharted, better than maybe Tomb Raider here. A lot of all these films that has puzzles and, you know, mysticism and just like a lot of magic involved. The Mummy, you know, Brendan Fraser, his Mummy from like the early 2000s, 90s, whatever, that one by far is my favorite out of all of these kind of like guys that are going into these worlds inside these tombs, and then they find these trinkets and they have to deal with like some supernatural thing. You know, these are a little bit away from certain things that the Mummy did, but if you could give me that feeling of just adventure, something fun when it comes to the newest Tomb Raider, you got me. But what do y'all think? Do you think Sophie Turner is going to be a great Tomb Raider? Do you think now is a good time to come up with something? And casting wise, you know, if y'all know anything about Tomb Raider in general, who do you want to be in this show? Is it something y'all want to check out? You know, we have something you have one of the actors from Game of Thrones coming in. Maybe they'll be fun. It's been a while since we've seen her in certain things. There's a couple movies which I saw earlier today, you know, and maybe it's going to be good, maybe not, but if it's fun, I'm happy.
Good fight.